way.
And we're away. You'll notice from the get-go, Franco, that Mickey Pengue has got such a loose, relaxed style that correlates heavily with his personality. He's just such a relaxed, chilled-out guy. He never gets stressed.
Good jab there by Michael. I'm talking about being loose. That's like 4, 5, 6 punches already.
Yeah, exactly. And they're not hard punches. That's a nicely timed lead left hand from Gerry there. That was very impressive.
Good body shot there by Gerry Patenio.
You can notice from the get-go, both guys are holding court in the middle of the ring, so they're not going to move too much. They're going to look to establish and do some damage.
Double jab in a straight there by Michael Pengue.
I think we saw a little smile there from Gerry. He likes it.
And we're like several feet from the ring, and we could hear that glove smack into Gerry's body.
You see Mickey here with the shoulders popping, the hands going up and down, getting loose, and already starting to find his range for lead right hands.
Now, Ben, for Michael to establish utilizing that looseness and making sure that he establishes his presence here in the very first round, he's doing the right thing. You know, he's keeping it in the center. Good uppercut there. Lead straight by Gerry. Hit the spot.
Yeah,
but you know, the composure of Michael is really, really good right now.
Yeah, it's great composure. I think Michael's got to be really careful. I underestimated Gerry a little bit already. I can see he's got a really sneaky and heavy lead left hand.
Yeah.
He's got to be careful, Mickey.
Good lead straight there by Gerry. He's already got his mark in the body, then he got one in the face. Another body shot there by Gerry Patenio.
Mickey digs down to the body as well. Both of these guys, at 6 rounds, they're both trying to establish some damage and slow down their opponent's legs. Nice lead right hand again by Mickey, and again.
And what about that strategy there by Gerry, Ben? Going to the body early, not engaging on a head-hunting mission. Snapping that jab and then going to the body with that straight.
Totally. Both these guys. There's a nice long left hand, straight right hand by Mickey. You can see that both of these guys, there's a big swing by Gerry. They're both paying attention to the head and the body, so they're both very intelligent, educated fighters.
And mind you, everyone, this is the first round. Normally in the first round, both fighters try to feel each other out, but they're really getting on here.
Yeah, they want to hurt each other. You can tell. It's not that fast a pace, but they're both trying to actually hurt each other. Bad intentions.
Straight there, lead straight there by Michael, answered with a jab by Gerry.
You can see from the get-go, it seems like the narration of this fight is that both guys are going to throw good, hard shots. It seems like the difference so far, Mickey's got a nice, long, loose left jab to establish points from the outside.
Yep. And then sometimes Gerry takes that cue in order to step in, probing that lead straight to that body.
Yeah, definitely is.
Here are some highlights on the first round. Good straight there by Pengue.
And you can see Gerry smiling. Nice little fake there. Look into the body. Mickey Pengue bringing the overhand right to the head.
Starting out low, then finishing up high.
Beautiful. Very interesting. You see, even though Mickey Pengue landed a couple of really good hard shots, Gerry not bothered whatsoever.
Exactly.
Like I said, Mickey Pengue very relaxed. He's taking the stand up in between rounds in his corner, a la Muhammad Ali from way back in the day.
Both fighters now getting last-minute final instructions from their coaches. And we are off to round number 2 of a scheduled 6-round fight in the Super Welterweight division between Mickey Pengue and Gerry Patenio.
Both fighters in the first round throwing some hard shots, but I think in this round, Franco, they're going to start to up the punch count. The hard shots will stay there, but they're going to throw more and more of them. I think we're going to see the pace lift.
Now it's Mickey's turn to go to the body.
Mickey, nice range. It's always really good if you've got a shorter fighter to stick your lead hand out as you go backwards. Much harder to get hit.
Both fighters still at the center of the ring. Nobody's letting up, Ben. Both fighters are not giving an inch.
No, they're not. There's a fair bit of patience in this fight, which is a bit of a contrast we saw in so many of the other fights. Just guns blazing, knockouts, damage. Like we saw the last 2 fights in a row, first round knockouts. This one's a little more measured.
And then just right after that, good uppercut to the body there by Mickey. answered by a hook from Gerry.
Yeah, the first meaningful counterpunch of the fight has been landed by Gerry Patenio. Very nice counterpunch. Mickey was actually in southpaw for a second there. Oh!
Yep, he switched stance in that sequence.
Gerry having moments of success here.
Lead straight to the body by Patenio.
Patenio just wore a massive overhand right and wasn't bothered whatsoever. There we go. Like I said, it's starting to get a little bit more fiery in there.
Both fighters now picking up the intensity. Gerry now being the aggressor, backing up Mickey in the corner.
Yeah, he's putting him in the corner there. That's the most success in this fight thus far has been by Gerry Patenio in the second round. We'll see if Mickey can come back with some high quality shots to take the second round off him.
And of course, Mickey with that lead hook. However, Gerry's being able to cut him out and point him towards that corner.
Yeah.
Good lateral movement there by Mickey.
Yeah, and some beautiful timed lead right hands, finding the gap in between Gerry Patenio's guard. Mickey on the ropes again.
That was a good straight by Mickey.
Yeah. Some hard shots being landed here by Gerry. Very impressive. But Mickey, like I said, so relaxed. He doesn't look bothered whatsoever. Still waiting for Mickey to come back, Franco. I'm sure he's a little bit angry after what just happened. He's looking to score some serious
after eating
revenge.
those shots from Gerry.
Here we go. There's a big shot.
Definitely needs to clap back. Both fighters still at the center of the ring.
Yeah.
Very interesting strategy from both fighters.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of ego involved in this one. Both of these guys are saying, overall, I'm not giving ground to you. I'm going to stay here.
That is 100% uppercut to the midsection there by Gerry Patenio.
Oh, nice left hook there. Gets around the guard of Gerry Patenio.
Mickey's been having success with that check hook. Either as a counter punch or as a lead check hook.
I think he's really trying. There we go, at the end of the second round. So I think Mickey definitely got the first round. I think Gerry took that second round, Franco.
And speaking of taking the second round for Gerry Patenio, look at that handiwork from the fighter from Samar.
Some hard clubbing shots by Gerry Patenio there. Very impressed with both these fighters. I thought it would be a different fight. I thought it would be a lot more risky, dangerous, and they'd throw a lot of crazy punches. But they've been picking hard
But
shots
so
there.
far, both fighters are bringing it.
Yeah, no, they're bringing it, but they're throwing really good shots, but they're not being stupid. Quality
And I'm pretty
shots.
sure after that round, Gerry's confidence is going to be a little bit higher as this fight progresses.
Yeah, a lot higher.
Now, Ben, leading to the third round, what do you think would be a sound strategy for Mickey?
Okay, well, I was trained by the guy in the corner, the big Tony Del Vecchio from the Bondi Boxing Club. I'm sure he would have told his charge, Mickey, you have to establish a quality jab. Don't be so relaxed and give him opportunities that he shouldn't be taking. Start to hurt him from range. Don't let him get inside.
Both fighters meet at the center of the ring. Jab straight there by Gerry. Straight hook there by Mickey.
You see Mickey pouring off the jab, looking to set something meaningful up. I'm very impressed. Both of these guys, like we said, staying in the center of the ring. They're both looking to do serious damage.
Body shot by Mickey, answered with a jab to the face by Gerry.
As Mickey starts to take, if not control of the ring, at least take the center of the ring. He's trying to push Gerry back, get him to commit to something stupid. But Gerry, so far, he's intelligent. He's not biting. He's throwing hard shots, but he's not exposing himself too much.
And he's not allowing Mickey to cut off the angle so that he gets forced to the ropes or he gets back down to that corner.
Definitely. I think Mickey now has got to realize that he's got to stay. He's got a beautiful jab. He's got to start to dictate the tail of the fight with long, fast, snapping jabs.
Straight to the body and then a straight overhand to the head by Gerry Patenio. Speaking of the jab, Ben, Mickey has had that success in the opening minute of the very first round. This is something that he should be doing more, don't you agree?
No, totally. He's really got to start. I'm sure Tony Del Vecchio, the coach from the Bondi Boxing Club, is saying, Mickey, you've got to establish that long, fast jab. If it lands, whenever you throw it, start to throw it more. It's knocking his head back, but he's got to do it a lot more.
And most definitely, all the successful combinations that Mickey was able to throw started with two jabs.
Totally. It's kind of funny. I really think there is a battle of egos in this. as the referee calls a halt to the fight momentarily. Something with Gerry's mouth guard or his shoelace.
No, his shoelaces. Okay.
Yeah, Gerry does not look bothered at all. Both of these guys have won some hard fights in the first 2 rounds, and no one's really bothered. They've both got strong chins, which means they've been working on their conditioning. They're ready.
And we are approaching the final minute of the 3rd round of a scheduled 6-round fight in the Super Welterweight division between Mickey Pengue and Gerry Patenio.
Yeah, at this point, it's a bit of a seesaw battle. Mickey definitely swept the first round on all of the judges' scorecards from my intuition. But in the second round, Gerry really come back well. And in this round, no one has really taken it thus far.
Yep, there is no clear winner so far. Lead hook there by Gerry.
I think Mickey's really got to up the ante, I'm sure. Tony Del Vecchio, the Bondi Boxing Club coach, passionate man. In this next round, we're probably going to see, when it cuts to the corner, a lot of passion and gesticulation from Tony as we see Gerry back Mickey into the ropes. See, Mickey, for me, he's got that beautiful relaxed style, but it's not enough to take control of the fight. They're taking turns. Mickey should be looking to dominate from the get-go.
And so far, he's been comfortable counterpunching. He's waiting for Gerry to come in.
Yeah.
And then the moment Gerry steps in that center line, he will throw that hook. However, when it's time to move forward, he finds it difficult to bridge that gap. And I think a huge reason behind that is that jab. That jab is missing. Now we're in the closing seconds of this round.
That's the end of the 3rd round here. A really interesting competition with the first round clearly going to Mickey Pengue. Gerry Patenio taking the 2nd round. And what about you, Franco? What do you think? Who got the 3rd round?
3rd round is a huge toss-up between slightly giving it to Gerry.
Yeah,
I mean, he was able to dictate where this fight was going. He was pushing the pace, you know. But Mickey, for him to win the next few rounds or at least get an edge, he needs to up the volume.
Yeah,
he needs to increase the work rate. You know, the jabs have been working, and then afterwards, the moment Gerry steps in, that check hook is always waiting for him.
Yeah. You see Mickey, if you can see, they cut to the Australian corner. Tony Del Vecchio, like I said, animated hands. He's telling Mickey, mate, you have got to lift your game, your punch count and your killer instinct. Don't be so relaxed. Stay at that range, but start to really, really hurt and demoralize him.
And we are now at the 4th round of a scheduled 6th round.
We're in the tropics.
And you just heard thunder, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, that was beautiful. Okay, we are in the 4th round, and Mickey Pengue from range is looking to establish something. He's pecking and he's
now
poking.
He's back on the jab.
Yeah, but he's not hurting.
So far, Gerry has that timing.
Yeah. Good head movement by Gerry.
Head
sitting
movement
in the
there by Gerry.
Yeah.
Now he's going to start attacking that body. The moment he gets that attention, he's going to go upstairs.
2 things I love to start to see from Mickey is a dominant jab that doesn't just say I can land, but starts to sting him. And also, Mickey makes distance really well, gets out of the way. He's got to start to land counter punches on the back foot, shooting back, and a 1-2 or a 1-2 left hook instead of just walking back and avoiding the punches.
But so far, I'm like, in terms of pushing the action and pushing the pace, you have got to give it to Gerry.
Yeah. Gerry's in this round again.
Now that one hurt him.
Yeah, you can hear.
That one we heard.
Yeah, in the Elorde Sport Complex, you can hear the acoustics in this place. You can hear the gloves smashing against the skin. Gerry showing good head movement, though he gets caught with the lead right hand by Mickey. I really think, Mickey's looking to grind down Gerry, walk him into mid-range shots.
Yep.
Make him feel relaxed with some pity pat shots and then some killer shots. But Gerry, as you see there,
good head movement.
Yeah.
Very good head movement by Gerry Patenio. And that head movement allows him to step an inch closer. And that allows him that room to throw that lead straight to the body.
Yeah,
and then the moment his hands go down, he goes upstairs with that hook.
Hopefully we've seen something here. I know Mickey fights. I've sparred him multiple times and watched many of his victories. He's just a little bit looser with his legs now, which I think is to his benefit. Start to move a little more, establish range, then take that range away because he's the much taller fighter.
Most definitely. Take advantage of that height and reach advantage. He can't get sucked into that phone booth style that Gerry wants him to fight.
Yeah, Gerry does want him, and Mickey's obliged thus far. That in the pocket or mid-range fighting, it's no good for Mickey. He can have more success from the outside and then surprise shots at mid-range like that. Beautiful. Nice counter right uppercut there by Mickey. You see Gerry there. He must be so strong. He's not bothered at all thus far.
Most definite. Every time that Mickey would throw a punch, Gerry would just shrug it off.
Yeah. And Mickey Pengue, take it from me, having been hit by some of these shots, Mickey Pengue can crack. He's sharp, fast, but he's also got very heavy hands, as you can see in his knockout record.
Final 10 seconds of the 4th round.
And Mickey finishes the 4th round off with a nice fast jab. Interesting round to score again. Both guys had success.
As you can see in the highlights, we see some swelling on Mickey's left side, but at the same time you saw swelling on the right side of Gerry.
Yeah, they both traded some meaningful punches, and you can see the effects on their face. It looks like both of these guys can catch the other person's shot. It's just up to, I think, Mickey Pengue, who's shown he's the better technical boxer, to ramp up the activity. Yeah.
Now we're approaching the last 2 rounds, Ben. Who needs to increase their work rate? Who has the sense of urgency? Who needs to put up even more? Okay? Based on, like, I think it's pretty even right now.
Yeah, sure. I think the bigger, there's been a skill deficit. You can see Mickey's the better fighter, but Gerry's so relaxed. He's landed some great fights. It's really up to Mickey at this point to overtake Gerry with meaningful punches, more work rate, and come from multiple angles.
Now, for Gerry Patenio's part, he needs to sustain the momentum that he has right now. Keep attacking that body, bridge that gap, and clearly he can take Mickey's punches. So it's up to him now to bring the fight to Mickey.
Yeah, bring the fight. It's the same thing. They've both got to up their intensity, play to their strengths. I think Gerry's been doing really well. But like you said, Franco, he's just got to do more of what he's doing well.
And now Mickey's increasing that jab rate, you know.
Good jab, and he escapes
time,
the onslaught of Gerry.
And just like what you mentioned a while ago, every time that there is a meaningful sequence that Mickey's gonna do, he tends to bridge that gap some more. Look at where his feet is at. You know, he's almost at the center line. And every time he's making Gerry adjust now.
Yeah, more output makes Gerry move more, open himself up more. Though we see a beautiful left uppercut to the solar plexus by Gerry Patenio.
Gerry now staying in the center of the ring. This is good strategy for the Filipino.
So both these guys, both the combatants have landed some meaningful shots, but I'd like to see, especially Mickey Pengue, use that reach advantage and start to really tee off, start to throw some shots like that. He's in
lead
range,
straight.
he can land.
That's going in. Another lead check hook.
Nice Gerry
jab straight there by
away.
Gerry.
Nice jab by Mickey. Beautiful jabs by Mickey. You'd have to ask, is Mickey showing his talent, his balance, his and his poise and his distance? Why isn't he doing more of it, Franco? Like that. Beautiful.
That has been the major statement that that has been the major sequence that we've been looking for the entire fight. You know? I think he's established that level of respect for Gerry because he knows Gerry can take a punch, Gerry can bridge that gap, and Gerry can hurt him.
Yeah, definitely. Gerry's landed some great shots. Like I said before, even though they're both marked up, neither fighter has hurt the other fighter whatsoever. So they're in fantastic condition. I think for both of them,
that was a really good overhand. Really good overhand by Gerry Patenio.
I think for both of these guys, they've got to start to up their activity. Beautiful. Maybe the best punch of the fight.
Probably the best punch for Mickey. Now he's back on the jab.
Yeah, he's trying to back him up with some range. Some rangy jabs. You can hear the passion from the Australian corner, the Bondi Boxing Club. Head coach Tony Del Vecchio ordering his charge. Well, that's a beautiful
good straight there by Mickey. 4-punch combination unleashed by Mickey Pengue.
Okay, that's the first definitive round we've had in a while. Mickey Pengue got that on range.
Good way to close for Mickey Pengue for the 5th round as we approach the 6th and final round.
Oh man, I'm excited. We can see some great shots here, Franco, in between rounds. I think both of these guys know they've got to take this this final round. They can both punch hard, so it's going to be very interesting if either of them can do some serious damage to the other person. That's nice.
Sixth and final round. This is all for the marbles, ladies and gentlemen.
They both bought the farm. Let's see who can deliver. As they trade, you've seen the slow-mo replay, they trade meaningful lead shot Canahans. Here we go. Sixth and final round. Mickey Pengue from the Bondi Boxing Club out of Australia, and Gerry Patenio, the Filipino bomb thrower, who's very, very tough.
Sixth and final round in the Super Welterweight division boxing fight.
They share a little laugh as they touch gloves.
And just the way they started, they both meet at the center of the ring. Lead straight there by Gerry. Lead straight of his own. Finish with a hook by Pengue.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful lead right hand there by Mickey Pengue. Mickey Pengue just pecking away. He's shown that he's just the more precise pinpoint puncher. But he's got to up the activity, really up the activity. Put this guy away if he can. And Gerry Patenio, as we've seen multiple times, beautiful lead left hands to the stomach and over the top to the head.
And what about that head movement, Ben? Always, always. That's been the bread and butter defense, and that helped him transition to those body shots. Good exchange there from both fighters.
Yeah, Mickey Pengue almost caught Gerry.
That
nice
was
combination.
Nice. Three-punch combination there by Mickey Pengue. Good jab there by Gerry.
Yeah, and a good right hand by Mickey. Both these guys are picking beautiful shots. We see a beautiful jab by Mickey Pengue. At range, he's doing some fantastic work. Oh, almost. Gerry Patenio just out of range.
Gerry keeps eating these jabs, and then it's almost like a bait to that straight. Another straight there by Mickey Pengue.
And a lead left hook. Nice diversity from Mickey, sending him down the point, straight down the channel, then looping it around the side. Clever stuff on the offense by Mickey.
And it's like Gerry has little answer to everything that Mickey's throwing at him.
When he sits him at range, It looks like Mickey's certainly established the dominant position in this round again. Oh, beautiful.
Gerry needs to move forward. Gerry needs to up that work rate.
Yeah,
needs to throw more punches.
Totally. He's short, he's powerful. He's got to go into a little more of a Mike Tyson sort of position as we see Mickey land a beautiful left uppercut.
Now it's the time for Gerry to just really go inside. Fight from the inside. He's playing Mickey's game right now.
Yeah, he's willing to sit on the outside, just wear punches, though he does land a good left hand to the body there.
Another lead hook there by Mickey.
Yeah, he's
followed
really
with
starting to piece him up now.
Gerry with a hook of his own. Now he's back against the ropes. Lead straight by Gerry.
Beautiful lead straight by Gerry. He kind of looped it around as well. Look at him now. They're sitting in pole position. Oh, last 10
Final
seconds.
10 seconds of this fight. 6 rounds flew so by.
Yeah, that was fast. I'm surprised. We're in the last 5 seconds of the fight. The sign of a really good fight as they give each other a hug.
6 rounds flew by so fast.
Yeah.
And now we go to the scorecards.
We await. Very impressed by Gerry Patenio's strength and his head movement. He showed a lot of nuances in his game that I didn't expect. But for me personally, Franco, I think Mickey's pinpoint accuracy carried the majority of the meaningful punches.
Definitely good head movement, good defense there by Gerry. He had his moments.
Oh yeah,
he had his moments.
You know, there was,
especially in the early rounds, that lead straight to the face. He would often go to the body, finish with the hook to the head. However, 4th round onwards, he started waning down.
Yeah.
So we'll see how the judges score this bout.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. But I think Mickey took at least one of the early rounds, and he certainly swept the later rounds. So you would figure with the superior technique, Mickey Pengue, but Gerry Patenio, strong and landed some beautiful, hard shots. Tribute to both guys' conditioning. Neither one was hurt whatsoever.
Most definitely 100%. Well-conditioned fighters, very durable.
We've seen the slow-mos. Both of these guys are very sensible, beautiful left uppercut by Mickey.
Uppercut, man.
Yeah. Gerry Patenio, though, not hurt. So strong. It's a beautiful left uppercut.
And right after getting that uppercut, he was able to unload 3 punches all at immediately.
Yeah, both of these guys done very well.
Now we are waiting for the scorecards so that we can make this fight official.
Both fighters should be very proud of themselves as we await the calling of the victory. Gerry Patenio, beautiful shots, especially to the body with that lead left hand. He just snuck it in. But speaking of sneaky and beautiful lead shots, Pengue from the outside picking Gerry apart with beautiful lead right hands and long jabs. Very interesting, entertaining fight.
And definitely those sneaky shots earned him a lot of points.
Yeah. Well, I think, that's the biggest difference, Franco. Like, they both landed beautiful shots. Gerry landed some beautiful shots. Mickey landed more high-quality shots.
And here are the scores of the lead judges. Judges are here in the honor scores about 59. The judges scores about 59. And all you heard the senior disclosure. 87 for your winner by a majority decision,
A majority decision win by Michael Pengue from Australia against Gerry Patenio.
Yeah, very entertaining fight as we watch the replay now. Both of these guys sat down low, their knees bent, and landed some really hard shots. Obviously, 2 of the 3 judges prefer the high-quality pinpoint accuracy of Mickey.
And also last week, WBC Super Welterweight Paul Martin. The WBA Asia Executive Secretary and the President Alan Kim provide the certificate of appreciation to the former WBA Bantamweight 3 times champion and the current WBA Super Welterweight champion, our very own Paul Jonas Martin. Presenting the certificate is the Executive Secretary, Ron Kim of WBA Asia. Palabang po natin mga kaibigan. Nagsabi, it will be all the judges will be reviewed by Judge Akin Kamano and Altitude Ranko.